Today, I'm going to be showing you all what $615,000 gets you out in Calgary. Before I show you guys the actual home, I just want to address that it's been a minute since I made my last video. I think my last video was like a couple months or so. Life has been just busy moving back to Calgary. Things like transitioning back here, buying furniture. But I will say that overall, the transition back here has been quite smooth. I do have some exciting news. As I mentioned before, I had to convert all my things over, so like my driver's license, and that also came along with my real estate license. So I got my real estate license out in Ontario and I converted it out to Alberta. Wasn't quite sure if it was even possible, but thankfully it all went well. And the good news is that I actually sold my first property the other week, which was incredibly humbling experience that I didn't think would happen because I thought this rest of the year would be a write-off. But let's just put that thought to the side for now. Let's get into the real reason why you clicked on this video. You want to see what $615,000 gets you out in Calgary, and I'm going to do that. This particular property has unfortunately already sold, but I still want to show you guys this place because I want to show you the difference in purchasing power that you get in Calgary in comparison to any other city out in Canada, in particular Toronto. So a few weeks ago, I hosted my first ever open house, and truth be told, I wasn't even 100% confident on how to unlock like the lock boxes here just because they do things a little bit differently. But the good thing is that I did get consent to record into the interior of this home. And I'm going to show you guys kind of like what I said before, the purchasing power that you get out here versus like somewhere else. But before we get into it, I would appreciate if you guys could do me a quick favor, smash that like button, ring that notification bell, follow my Instagram page if you haven't done so already. And now let's show you the home. Listed at $615,000 in a North Haven area of Calgary. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, semi-detached home. So yes, you do have a neighbor right next to you, but this unit is really unique in the sense that this is a 4-level split duplex. And I'm going to show you what I mean later on in this video. But walking into this home, boy, can you tell that the former owners have put a lot of work into this property. Everything you see is newly renovated. From the appliances into the kitchen to the bathroom that I'm going to walk to on the left-hand side, you will even notice that there's a smart mirror. Like, how cool is that? The last time I saw a mirror like this was when I was out in Japan. But this is what I mean by that 4-level split duplex. Because look, you have to go up these steps and to enter into these 2 bedrooms that you have on the, I guess you could say, the main floor over here. And you can see that the painting on the wall, they have done a lot of work into this place. So you might be wondering, how much living space do I have for a semi-detached? And what's listed is just under 1,000 square feet. So more accurately, 955 square feet. And you can take advantage of this should this be too much for whatever reason. There's a side entrance door over there that separates the top and the basement. And what you can do, should this be something that you're interested in, is renting out the basement entirely. So I'll show you the basement itself. It looks just as nicely renovated at the top. Like, obviously the top's a little bit nicer, truthfully. But for a basement, this place looks pretty nice. And this is the second bathroom of the home itself. So this is what your tenant, should you have a tenant, be using. And then this is the kitchen itself. The entire basement, funny enough, was listed as an illegal basement suite, meaning that it doesn't comply with its regulation for whatever reason. So maybe perhaps the window sizing of the basement doesn't meet regulations. I guess you could say it's good and bad. Bad in the sense that it's technically an illegal basement suite to be renting out to other individuals. But I guess you could say, quote unquote, the positive is that I have noticed that a lot of people out in Calgary who end up renting their illegal basement suite, they still end up finding tenants. I think more importantly, it's the location. So like if you're renting it out to like students, for example, they want to be close to a school or the university, stuff like that. With that being said, this is the first bedroom of the basement. Notice how large the windows are on that side. I love that they kind of did kind of like a brick wall over here on that side door. And let's take a look at the second basement room. This second room is definitely a lot smaller in comparison to the first one that we saw. There is still a closet over there, but you do get big windows for a basement suite. And I think it would have to be like, if I had to take a guess, it would have to be that kitchen window that is making it not comply with its regulation, because that one over there is a lot smaller if I had to guess. But overall, love the basement. It's definitely feels spacious. The ceilings of the basement is a lot higher than I expected. So now let's make our way back to the main floor, and I kind of just want to highlight again that separation of the basement and the main floor with that side door that you saw over there. So this is the separation to the main floor over here. And I know you might be wondering, like, for an open house, where the heck is everyone? And this is like the exact same thought pattern that I had. I thought there was gonna be like not a party, but like at least 10 people coming to see the place. And this was an error that I made on my side, just being a newer realtor. I just didn't have enough open house signs. Like, truthfully, I think I had just one at the very front, and I had, as embarrassing as this sound, I only had like 3 people show up for the whole 2 hours that I was sitting at this open house. But I am really happy that this place actually got an offer at the end of the day. It wasn't my listing, but it was one of my colleagues. So I'm really happy that this place got sold and that the new owners can appreciate every little part of this place. All right, everyone, that's what $615,000 gets you out in Calgary, a whopping semi-detached. I know when I was in Toronto, when I was looking at places like $615,000, either you get a super luxurious 1-bedroom in a very good area, desired spot out in Toronto, or like I would say $615,000 would get you like a 1+1, so like a bedroom and a den. But it's pretty interesting to see like how far your dollar stretches over here versus like in Toronto or Vancouver or something like that. With that being said, I'm generally excited to show you guys more of Calgary, because when I was living in Toronto and I'm kind of thinking like, should I make the move to Calgary? I'm always thinking like, what's it like over there? What's everyday life? But now that I'm here, I guess because I'm just getting used to like, this is just my new reality. But I will make more content for you guys for that reason. Personally, I'm really enjoying life out here. I'm grateful for the move here, and I can definitely just tell that I feel a lot less anxious being in Calgary versus in comparison to Toronto. And I think a lot of it has to do with just the cost of living. But I think I'm gonna make my next video just to have a one-on-one discussion, kind of like tell you my first impressions of living in Calgary altogether. Overall, I have no complaints. These last couple months have really flown by, and I'm enjoying every second of it. Like, funny enough, I even bumped into like 3 or 4 of you guys in person out in Calgary. And the one that kind of stands out would probably be the one where I was at Costco getting a hot dog and I was like getting ketchup, and I bumped into like one of you guys, which was really cool to see. So anyhow, with that said, guys, that's what $615,000 gets you out in Calgary. If you have any sort of questions, let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't done so already, smash the like button, subscribe button, follow me on Instagram if you haven't done so already. And I guess I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.